Welcome back, netball fans. We are back. What a few years it has been. The challenges across the globe have been absolutely huge, and the impact's been felt by our netballing communities across Europe and the world. With every challenge, however, it's always impressive to see how as a sport we come together in the tough times and overcome what we can through innovation, thoughtfulness, positive attitudes and problem solving at its very best. National squads have jumped on board on social media sites to produce sock shooting games, toilet roll kicking, fitness sessions, name the netballer, and much, much more to keep us all entertained. Coaches, both elite and grassroots across all the nations, have been overcoming the battles of leading sessions by Zoom, keen to keep our youngsters and developing players in the sport and continuing to support and help our elite netballers grow. It is with much excitement that I can now welcome you for the first time for a while, Europe netball competition out in a very sunny Gibraltar. Here at the Tercentenary Hall, we're about to see 5 competing nations battle it out for the coveted Europe Netball Open Challenge gold and silver medals. Your 5 nations competing are host nation Gibraltar, Isle of Man, Malta, Switzerland and the UAE. But there is more. We also have the team from Netball Northern Ireland playing in 3 standalone ranking matches, 2 against Gibraltar and 1 against the Isle of Man. Now this doesn't count towards the Europe Netball Open Challenge competition, but the points from these games go towards both teams' world netball ranking. Ranking points have never been more important than they are now, with the qualification date for the Commonwealth Games being postponed until 2022. So every game counts. Over the next 4 days, therefore, we've got 13 matches for your viewing. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of who is playing and when, let me introduce myself and my co-commentator for the first game. I'm Natalie Pepperell, and I have with me in commentary the lovely Catherine Lewis. Catherine is the chair of Europe Netball and is a long-standing volunteer in the world of netball, having taken on many roles in the present and in the past, and I'm sure a long time into the future. Yeah. Welcome, Kath. How are you? How does it feel to be back at Europe Netball competition?
Oh, thanks, Natalie. It's brilliant to come back into an international tournament. It's been, I think, March 2020 was our last tournament that we had back in Wales, actually. It's just fantastic to see international back on the court now. After what's just been a tortuous time, world pandemic, and our heartfelt condolences to anybody who's been affected or lost anybody in the pandemic. It's been a truly horrific time and continues to be for the foreseeable future with manageable aspects of it. But getting netball back on the international stage in Europe has just been so important for us. As you highlighted just now, Com Games qualifications, ranking points, the lifting of the sport, women and girls agenda, it's huge. So just seeing these teams here in an international tournament is just amazing. When some of these countries have only recently gone back to their own leagues playing to the community sport. So again, huge efforts have been made to get this off the ground. So it's fantastic, very exciting. And as you can tell, I talk a lot, so sorry.
No, that's absolutely
I'll let you
amazing.
get a word in shortly.
So let's just have a quick recap of what we've got in store over the next 4 days. So just having a look at the games ahead. So today, obviously, right now coming up, you've got Gibraltar versus Northern Ireland. After that, we've got the first in the competition of Malta versus the Isle of Man. And then obviously following games on Friday, Gibraltar versus Switzerland, Isle of Man, Northern Ireland, Switzerland, Malta, then the UAE versus Gibraltar. Saturday, Malta, Gibraltar, Isle of Man versus UAE, Switzerland versus UAE, and then the Isle of Man versus Gibraltar. Then on our last day, still 3 matches for you, Malta versus UAE, Isle of Man versus Switzerland, and then a final Gibraltar versus Northern Ireland. Don't forget, after that as well, we also have our medal ceremony, so lots for you for the whole weekend. Just to point out as well that the times displayed and the times that we talk about are obviously times here in Gibraltar. So if you are on British summertime or standard time, I'm rubbish at that. It's an hour before.
Now, whatever they call it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have we got the clock's gone back yet? I don't know.
So let's have a look at the starting 7 for this game. We've got Gibraltar versus Northern Ireland. So the lineups for you. For Gibraltar, starting goal shooter is Megan Martinez. Goal attack is Amy Poso. Wing attack, Ana Hernandez. Centre is Joelle Moreno. Wing defence is Eris Hartman. Goal defence is Zania Gillingwater. And then goalkeeper and captain is Bryony Roveno. And then the coach for Gibraltar is Sarah Pias. For Northern Ireland, we have goal shooter Jenna Bowman, goal attack Emma McGee, wing attack Evelyn McAgady, centre Caroline O'Hanlon, wing defence Neve Cooper, goal defence Fee Toner, and goalkeeper Michelle McGee. And coach who retired and has now come back in force for Northern Ireland is Elaine Rice. So you can see on your screen now the players coming onto court. Lots of cheering from the home crowd for Gibraltar.
Yeah, it's exciting because we've been able to have the crowds coming into the events. So it's a really great atmosphere for the players, because we were thinking that we couldn't have a ticketed event, but only the last week that's changed. So it's a great atmosphere for what is going to be an exciting match.
And the umpires for today, we'll just see them coming onto court in a minute. We're a little bit ahead with the players being onto court and the clock, and because it is obviously an international match, the umpires will run off the time. So the umpires for you today is Rianne Edwards, Louise Cole, and then the reserve umpire for today is Rachel Radford. So the umpires as well, I mean, they've had a couple of years with not as much netball.
They have. We've been really lucky. So the umpires that have been selected for this tournament via World Netball were involved with the Vitality Super League. So they've had good exposure, but nothing what they used to having. So this is the first time for some of them being set onto the international courts as well.
Fabulous. So Northern Ireland get us off starting. Caroline O'Hanlon there at centre. Nice early interception, hands in there.
Yeah, strong movement here from Northern Ireland, holding space well and picking up the penalty as we go through. So looking to get points on the board now.
Oh, it's an early miss there from Jenna Bowman, but they get a second chance. That's got to be tough.
Yeah,
is it
good
nerves
support
to start off with? Is it, you know?
Yeah, I think he's just settling down now. Good support, getting into the rebound if nothing else. Maybe he's bouncy posts. And that'll settle the nerves down now as they're getting running back. And nerves, you know, the umpires will settle into this as well as we go through.
Joelle Moreno at centre. Nice strong down court passing.
They'll be looking to move that ball around as much as possible. Strong defending from Northern Ireland there as well.
First shot there by Amy Pozo. She doesn't need a second chance.
Yeah, straight in there. So, oh, no goal. Must have been a contact or something.
We must have missed something there. Strong hold there.
Yeah. Really
by Bowman at the post. Bit more relaxed on that shot, back in stride.
And they'll do take it into goal. That's the aim now. And she's there. Oh.
Quick feed in as well.
Yeah.
From O'Hanlon at centre, a very experienced player.
Yeah, there's going to be a good battle, I think, during the centre court, because we've got two centres. We've got a considerable amount of caps between them. But as you said, O'Hanlon's got so much experience in multi-sports, but particularly obviously for netball, as well as being a key participant in the Super League as well. But she's done a tremendous job this year, coming back from injury in the summer as well. She really is a super athlete, a marvellous advocate for the sport.
Good pressure on the shot there by Roveno, the captain from Gibraltar. Manages to get the turnover. Got strong pressure there from the wing attack and the centre on the wing defence, almost leaving the other centre free.
They're making them play it wide.
They're very quick on their three-court transitions, aren't they, Gibraltar?
Yeah. Straight in, very strong shooting. Just need to get it down there, really. Strong drive in then by the attacks.
Uncharacteristic error, but gets it straight back.
Northern Ireland need to make this effort count now. Good screen. and they've capitalised and actually held the centre, which is what they needed to do. So
a contact call there against Niamh Cooper. See if Gibraltar can make the most of this.
Strong defending from Northern Ireland there. It's nice positioning. And a lovely goal.
Great first goal there by Megan Martinez.
They're getting into the stride now. Nice strong movement.
It was quite an easy 1-2-3 there from Northern Ireland, wasn't it?
Everybody knew which part they had to play in that play. And Gibraltar doing the right thing. They're moving the ball around, taking the opportunities. Just unlucky then. Yeah.
Replay ball there by Martinez gives Northern Ireland the opportunity to bring it down the court.
Nice drive down the middle channel. Nice solid play.
Almost feel like Bowman's been given a bit too much space now, hasn't she? She seems to be holding really well. How can Ravenia get around that?
You know, it's hard work. You know, there's a strong, experienced player doing a fantastic hold there, and I think that he's trying to take your feet around as much as you can. But look at the hold is brilliant there now, isn't it? So, and the offer is good and strong. But looking at the scoreline, I think Gibraltar should be extremely happy in the defensive side that they've worked hard so far and settled down their nerves as well.
Amy Pozo playing out the middle of the D, plays it back. Just a miscommunication there between Gillingwater and Marino.
Gibraltar are not making it easy for Northern Ireland to bring that ball down now, and strong defending again. This is the danger zone now where the attacks start to dominate in. That's beautiful play then.
Time is just too good, isn't it, at the moment?
You think they played together before, wouldn't you, watching them?
Although another short shot by McGee.
Oh, lovely work there. Nice
height.
Interception. Yeah. That goal was stand there. I think the defender was just slightly too close in the back turn then.
Oh, well held there.
Well, good take.
Good link in between McCafferty and Bowman.
Yeah. Joelle just shouting instructions where she wants them to be. Nice strong play. Obstruction called, so that there should be a free player technically down there. It's just sometimes too many hands, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's good patience there by Marino, just waiting for it to open up before sending the ball in.
Certainly taking their time. That's unlucky, so they need to build back up now and maintain their defence.
So a couple of basic errors. Do you think that's just, it's been a long time, hasn't it, probably for Gibraltar since they've had an international competition?
Yes.
Northern Ireland have played up in Scotland in a closed-door competition. Do you think maybe the small errors are just...
I think that definitely will have a lot to do with it. I think that the fact that this is the first time they've had a sort of really meaningful time to get together as a squad will make a real difference for them. They need to just settle themselves in. This is just the start of a heavy weekend of netball. And I think Northern Ireland will have benefited. They've got some significant numbers. We've played in Super League as well, so they've had that ability to be on court at this level. And the closed door matches that happened up in Scotland with Wales and Northern Ireland, the friendly matches will have helped the team become more cohesive again.
McGee throws a great ball down the court.
And there she is. She sits in the top of the circle. Nice look back.
Oh, lovely shoot ball between McGee and Bowman.
Patience then.
Two McGee's on court, goal, attack and goalkeeper are sisters. in case any eagle-eyed amongst you realise they have the same name. Oh, nice run around the front.
Nice defence, good lean, nice distancing. So Gibraltar get the chance now to bring it back down. Strong defence again from Northern Ireland there, but a penalty called.
Hartman doing well to hold that off and get the ball, get the contact. Linking down court well with Hernandez.
They're working hard now, Gibraltar. Patience is the key for them, and just keep their movement going. That was lovely opening of the play.
Another nice confident shot by Poso. She doesn't tend to miss much, does she, Amy Poso?
Yeah.
We've seen her at all
Time
levels.
For the ball.
She was in age groups, under 17s.
For those of you being eagle-eyed, you'll see around the court today that we've got lots of extra balls around as opposed to ball girls. So that is something that we learned from COVID in Super League, to minimise the number of people on the court and the number of people handling the ball as well. So if a stray ball goes out, players can just pick one off the side.
Hernandez drawing the contact there.
Duly demonstrated, as I just said then.
2-on-1 in the circle. Let's see what they can do with this.
So play resumed. Need to capitalise on this possession now. And it's a lovely goal.
It was nice and patient from Gibraltar instead of pinging it straight over the top, wasn't it, with the tall defence in there. Just move it round to open it up.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristic miscatch there.
Yeah. We're all human though. Yeah. She says there. There's strong defending going on from Northern Ireland here, which invariably will pick up penalties, but keeping the pressure on Gibraltar.
Oh, beautifully weighted pass there. Poso manages to draw a contact.
Nice shot.
They're staying within touching distance, aren't they, so
They
far?
are.
That was Northern Ireland centre, so this one will be a turnover in their favour for Gibraltar.
Yeah. Gibraltar definitely taking the fight to them.
Just struggling with that centre pass, having to go back, and the Northern Ireland defence at the back there just too strong. So something maybe they need to look at.
Yeah, the Northern Ireland defence is strong, as you said, on that centre pass, which they are looking then back for a reset. And it's difficult then, isn't it, when you're going looking behind. It'll be interesting to see what happens quarter time with the Gibraltar coaches as to the tactics for that.
Oh,
lovely
another
screen. Yeah.
Beautiful screen. They've set that up a few times, haven't they now?
Yeah.
So something, again, for
and
the Gibraltar
know
defence.
to look for it. And just make it look effortless. It's not effortless, but they make it look very easy. Because Gibraltar are really trying and working hard in defence. Lovely drive through there to the top. It's a nice hold.
Martinez doing well to find Poso, and another great shot from Poso. She is on fire.
Great to hear crowds cheering as well, isn't it? I think it'll buoy the teams up.
Quick centre pass check there.
Yeah. So Gibraltar held their own centre then. They'll be pleased to have done that. And Northern Ireland now will be looking to do the same. But Gibraltar beginning to spoil the feed somewhat as they get into the swing of it.
Just holding time a sec to make sure all the balls are backing out the way.
Nice strong hold again, and the reward. Lovely.
She nearly got her hands to that, Revenue.
She did.
That's better. Nice drive down court there.
Yeah.
By Gillingwater. Just struggling to get it over this line by Gibraltar. And a footwork call there.
Yeah, Northern Ireland are really dominating that defensive third at the moment down there. Strong hold again by Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Bowman really dictating that circle at the back.
Yeah. She's got significant space behind her to play with. She's really showing who's boss there at the moment. But it's very contested.
Yeah, slightly inaccurate feed there by McCafferty, but Bowman still gets a hand to it. She lays off to McGee to take the shot.
Good follow-up. Northern Ireland needed to ensure that they kept their centre there after the turnover before.
Just holding time there.
Time stopped.
Umpire's down.
Umpire injury.
So far, Cass, it's been quite heavily sided Northern Ireland, but Gibraltar have played some great play.
Yeah, they really have. They've made huge efforts to stay in the game. I think that they've settled in as a squad playing together, and it's meant that they've been reaping the rewards because the scoreline doesn't belie slightly the actual effort and the match play that we're watching in front of us. It's a highly contested match, and it's in good hands there, and she's got the penalty.
Moreno playing well to the top of the D and managing to lay it off to Hernandez. Who can't quite make it count this time. Northern Ireland come back flying through the court, Niamh Cooper.
Our reserve umpire is now with us, Rachel Radford, and she's taking control of this half.
McGee will get a second shot.
And there for the rebound, nice solid performance.
Just struggling to find the net, McGee, at the moment, isn't she? Which is uncharacteristic, because we've seen her in Super League last year. Oh, great defence there by Gillingwater. Do you think it's the pressure as well that the Gibraltar defence putting on, or do you think it's just, start of competition?
I think it probably could be the start of the competition, but I genuinely believe Gibraltar are taking them all the way to the wire, making them work very hard. And that means then that mistakes can happen. And, if you've worked hard for a ball, then the shooting sometimes doesn't come that easily then, does it?
Absolutely. So end of first quarter, Netball Northern Ireland are winning at the moment, 19-6. It'd be interesting now to see what input the coaches have, because obviously they've not had much time together, as we've discussed before. So now this coaching input becomes quite vital, doesn't it, about how you tweak. I mean, how do the Gibraltar defence now tweak their play to tackle the likes of Gemma Bowman underneath the post, who's got that really good hold? Is there anything as well that they can look at on that transverse line? And for Northern Ireland, do you think they'll be happy, or do you think they'll be looking at tweaking some of their play as well?
I think they'll be looking to try and reduce slightly the penalty count that they've had. Not that it's particularly high, but they want to make it as clean as defended as possibly can. I think they'll want to capitalise on the strength they've got in attack and that particularly excellent way of holding, and the space that's created in that circle is quite exceptional, I think. Looking at the defensive side, they've been really solid. So they want to just ensure that they've just capitalised now on what is a very solid start for them. And then looking at the Gibraltar side, I think they've done exceptionally well. This is the first time I've seen Gibraltar out as a squad for some time, and I think that they've worked hard to maintain a reasonable score level here. They've got an experienced coaching team with them. They've got Denise Ellis, obviously, who's been a Wales coach and is highly respected. She's under 21s England coach in the past. So I can see that they are looking and talking and just giving them areas to work on. But I think that both teams should be really chuffed for themselves, the work and effort they've put in so far.
Just seeing some of the replays now, seeing when they get Gibraltar, when they get the ball to circle edge and they feed in to Pozo, it's going in, and that nice relaxed calm shot by Jenna Bowman, and you've seen as well, if it doesn't go in, she's there for the rebounds, isn't she?
Exactly. You can see the Gibraltar centre Joelle then calling for the movement for the centre pass to come on, but the defence side from Northern Ireland is so strong, it's making it difficult for the Gibraltar attacks to come out. So it is quite fascinating to see how they're going to be playing it going forward, I think.
Yeah, so what do you think the Gibraltar team will be getting in terms of input now? Do you think they'll be asking for more from their defence, asking them to move their feet? Do you think they'll be focusing on their attack? Because
I think that on the defensive side, there'll definitely be more movement. So the Gibraltar goalkeeper has been really good in trying, she's testing the ball very strongly, but there will be more movement around. So maybe the one-on-one, as it is at the moment, isn't working effectively because the hold is so strong.
Yeah,
the movement around there to allow to take the backspace away, if nothing else.
Yeah, the captain Roveno is the goalkeeper. She's got 41 caps, along with Joelle Moreno at centre. They're the two highest capped members of the Gibraltar team on the court. So you kind of expect a little bit of a change with that experience, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and I think they'll react positively to the coaches. You can see them intently listening, and there's key areas to work on there. I think with the Gibraltar attacks, it's keeping a steady mind now, knowing that they've got the feel of what Northern Ireland defensive squad have got on them. So now he's trying to think, right, okay, well, reset, remove. Reset is going to be particularly important for him, I think, as the matches go on, which is where you go back into your centre court and then come back down.
So again, just seeing some replays. And this is a really important game for both teams in some respect. Gibraltar obviously having the exposure today to play against Netball Northern Ireland. They don't often come up against each other. As we said before, these are standalone matches. They're not actually part of the competition for ranking points, which is really important for Northern Ireland at the moment.
Yeah. Anybody who's sort of top 16 ranked netball countries in the world will be looking to get into a top 12 top spot for Commonwealth Games next year. So they're coming back on court shortly now. As I said, it's great to hear the crowds here supporting both teams, obviously particularly supporting the home countries as well. So just a few changes now. A
few changes to bring in. Kiara Crosby comes on at goal attack for Netball Northern Ireland. As we spoke about before, McGee was just struggling to find the post in that first quarter. So do you think that's a reflection on that performance, or maybe time for her to come off and see what's happening before she might then get reinserted into the game?
Yeah, I mean, you saw her in the first quarter sort of practicing her shots and getting warmed up ready, so it'll be interesting to see how she can fit into what is again going to be an established pattern of play with Northern Ireland here in this match. But they've got the first one in and they've worked for that, so it's nice to see them all on the court as well. That's unlucky, but it was great movement. Footwork is always the stumbler.
There's that long ball through as well to Neve Cooper from Carolina Hanlon. They just fly down the court.
So Crosby just looking to warm herself in there, but it was good pass over.
Just to confirm for those watching, there are no changes for Gibraltar. They've gone for the same team.
And that shows that confidence in the team that they've got and work-ons that the coaches will want them to do. So because they're in for a long tournament, so this is a good training match for them for that as well,
So a bit more depth there on the centre pass for Gibraltar, but still struggling to get the ball out forward.
Yeah, that defensive unit is extremely strong for Northern Ireland, and they're working hard.
3-second call there, which means Northern Ireland get the turnover.
So they're feeling calm and confident. They're looking back for support if required. You can see the two defenders on Bowman there. And that maybe will be the key, to try and take her out of the game as much as possible. It'll allow freedom for the goal attack. Good defence again, and 3 seconds called.
Yeah, just struggling to get through. You can see there that Hernandez and Pozo are just having a quick chat. Hernandez struggling to take on the 3-on-1, understandably, but I think she maybe just wants Pozo then to come through when she's taken on that 3-on-1 and get to come over.
Yeah. And you can see there in the circle, the Gibraltar defenders are working tremendously hard and are forcing the Northern Ireland shooters to do more movement rather than just hold as well.
Oh, beautifully take by Gillian Water, just coming round the back. That's much better work, isn't it?
Yeah, that is really looking at the play and anticipating where the ball is going to go. So It's a shame that it's coming back down because the defenders in Gibraltar then really worked hard there.
Yeah, Northern Ireland just defending very quick on that turnover, and Killingwater not having any options. But again, that double defence coming through on that hold is much nicer.
Yeah, it's making a difference, I think, the double defence. Gibraltar coaches have given them things to work on, and they're definitely doing it. Again, good movement from the goalkeeper there.
Yeah, nice accurate feed by O'Hanlon. It helps as well, doesn't it, if you've got good people out in front of you to feed you the ball.
Yeah, definitely. And in fairness, the Northern Ireland attack, they can feed on a sixpence, and they're showing their quality of feed there. It's lovely interplay between them then. So here we go again. Gibraltar working their way up to this
better,
beautiful
pass.
They're slowly taking it through. So 15 minutes, 5 minutes in now. And this is the first opportunity for Gibraltar to score in this half, in this quarter rather. So they just need to take their time. And there we are. They're on the board for the quarter.
And a big cheer from the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lovely
beautiful.
spotting. Yeah.
Northern Ireland saying anything you can do.
Yeah. We can do better. Yeah. Give it a good go. But it's lovely to see all the players are relaxing into the match now, and they are taking their time.
It was such good defence, wasn't it, by Northern Ireland, forcing that error. And a trademark Caroline O'Hanlon in that wide space. She doesn't get involved in the mess. She always stays wide, so she runs around the mess and comes down, and then she's a beautiful option for them as an outlet ball.
Almost definitely. She uses her strength and speed, as you said quite rightly, to stay out of any shenanigans, really. And then when a ball is available to be passed, she's in space.
Bit too quick the play there for Kira. Sorry. Footwork call. But again, that defence by Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
They're all staying ball side, aren't they, and forcing the Gibraltar players away. Gibraltar
punching through.
Yeah, and that was good work by Hernandez there. She drove out wide, which created a bit more space for Poso, but because no one really drew with her, maybe they should have sent the ball to her rather than trying to send it straight in.
Yeah.
Lucky there, good pressure by Hartman.
Lovely movement. Here we are. I think Bowman likes this poster better than the other one. More going in. Once again, Northern Ireland are defending extremely strongly there, enforcing a defensive centre. That was a lovely movement.
Yeah. The pop out the middle is working really well for them, isn't it, from Martinez?
They have the draw out, and then, like you said, the punch through then and pop up, and it's working well.
Yeah, you've got to meet the ball.
Yeah. They're just keeping an eye on it constantly. They're not letting up pressure in any kind of defensive work. And they reap the reward again. So that's a turnover ball. They'll be pleased with that.
Oh, great pressure by Gibraltar. 3-second call there on that centre pass.
Gibraltar showing that they can do what the others can do. That's for sure.
Oh, Hartman just passing into the arms of Crosby.
And now we're back into the attack circle.
Great rebound there from Rivenio, the captain. Again, just a few basic errors, some footwork calls.
And Northern Ireland capitalising on it then. They had a lucky strike back in then, didn't they? The Northern Ireland defence are really bossing the centre court now. And it'll be for Gibraltar to continue just working hard and punching through. Defenders in the circle, good marking.
Bowman getting that front position.
Yeah, ready for the rebound then.
Yeah, on Gillingwater, make sure she's under the post.
Yeah.
Crosby's alone.
Running onto the ball. Nice strong movement there from Northern Ireland. They should be pleased with this. Excellent by Gibraltar. Just need to take their time now. Don't panic. There'll be movers through there.
Yeah, all together though.
Yeah.
And again, the arms of the Northern Ireland.
Just amazing there. Bowman now looking to put it away for him.
And it's funny, isn't it, when you look at some of the passes, when they've got players on them, the Northern Ireland will pass off one hand, off two hands, and a lot of the Gibraltar passes are chest passes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you think that's why they're getting stuck into arms? Oh, Ravenna was nearly there.
The Gibraltars are still taking it to Northern Ireland. They're defending well and working hard. They just need to keep the pace on. Because see Bowman then just holding from the word go, isn't it? Holding that space. But excellent defending there and pushed it all out.
And you almost want Gibraltar to challenge one phase. At the moment it seems like one person's going on first phase. Nobody's really covering Crosby on second phase.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to third phase, it's too late.
Yeah.
That's better by Amy Poso coming out.
Yeah.
On that centre pass.
Lovely spot.
Found home alone. Great feed by Hernandez. Just can't quite finish it off this time.
Yeah. Using that far channel there to get down. And then going to take... they're playing it around and taking their time. They've got confidence and they reset. They're not rushing it in. But Gibraltar in the circle, the defence is exceptional, I think. It's warming up nicely because they are spoiling it and forcing a reset and forcing that playing around.
And you can see, can't you, that Gillingwater is actually coming round the back. And I think by the third quarter, I think we're going to see her getting some of them. And that's what this game is all about, isn't it, for Gibraltar, definitely. Is that learning. I mean, if you look at the rankings, Gibraltar are ranked at the moment 32 in the world and Northern Ireland are ranked 11. So it's quite a big difference in terms of rankings. So they're doing
exceptionally well. And as you said, these are all learning points for them. Obstruction called there.
Yeah, McGee stepping in. When Poso stepped back, she still has to be a metre from her landing foot.
Yeah.
Poso likes that one.
Yeah. Gibraltar worked hard for that and they built that up, so all credit to them. Bowman's holding lovely there, on the showing that she's quite happy to shoot from a variety of places. Free pass now for Gibraltar in the centre court. Offside called.
Yeah, that breaking call for Northern Ireland will probably be a bit frustrating for them. Not in terms of scoreline, but just in terms of they're doing such a good job on defence of that centre pass, of keeping them in the middle third, that if they gift them a ball on the transverse line.
Gibraltar being patient now, but the Northern Ireland defence is so strong there.
McGee sat back and watched that one, didn't she?
Yeah.
Ran on it. It was almost planned.
And there we go. Bowman holding from the word go. Straight in. We call that a defensive goal then. Thank you very much, defence, for sending the ball back down.
Great shutdown of the wing attack there by Marino.
Yeah. Nice defending in the circle. You can see they're making it difficult to get it in. And that's what you want in the defenders.
Yeah, it definitely has gone from sort of that 1-2-3 now to a couple more passes, hasn't it, around, and just building that pressure will end up building turnovers.
Exactly. Northern Ireland aren't resetting for the fun of it. You know, they're doing it because the Gibraltar defence is hampering them then.
Much better attack there.
Beautiful goal.
And that was the work outside the D then done as well by Marino was outstanding.
And great work there from Gibraltar because they held their centre. So it's a good confidence boost for them to do that.
Unlucky there by Ravenna.
Bowman's in a position for a rebound or a pass over. she'll take that penalty now. Good strong work, Northern Ireland.
That's a better centre pass again from Gibraltar. Hernandez
Yeah.
gets her hands on the end of it. And they're finding depth a bit better now as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Martinez is down. We're hoping she'll get back up.
Don't know whether the time called.
I'm not sure whether anyone realises time's been called. The umpires seem to be playing on. No, we have called time.
Yep.
So we've got 1 minute 50 left of this quarter. We're hoping that Martinez isn't too bad. Coming on, I believe it is Courtney Ferrer, but we'll wait for the official answer on that because I could well be wrong. So don't shoot the commentator.
I think they need to get into the circle.
It's quite a tough task, isn't it,
Yeah.
coming on with 1 minute 50 in the second. But I'm sure she'll be up to the challenge.
Yeah, they're just waiting to reset now. Just waiting for the umpires to be told they can clear the court down the bottom with the injured player. Yeah,
Neve Cooper doesn't even look out of breath.
Yeah, I know. Oh, to be fit. One day. So Northern Ireland not flummoxed by that. They maintained the rhythm.
And it's just, that was such a good connection, wasn't it, between McCacady and Bowman.
Absolutely. Nice strong play there. So we will now be looking for Northern Ireland again to hold their centre and build on that. Hanlon taking her time as she comes in, and she's done.
Oh.
Nice spot.
Yeah, Ravenio gone for the fly.
Yeah. You understand why the Gibraltar defence do that, because they can get the interception, but it does leave that exposure then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the timing, isn't it? Just hold on for that little bit later, back yourself to go on it like McGee from the back for Northern Ireland shows us exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you, McGee.
Exactly. Yeah, precisely. You know, Northern Ireland capitalising that the Gibraltar attack had gone into a corner, and then if a long bomb doesn't come down to you, then it's difficult to get back out, isn't it? Particularly with the strength of the defending that's going on.
Width again by O'Hanlon, just opening the court up.
But Gibraltar are not leaving them alone. They're making them work for this, which is what, it's competitive netball, which is great.
Obstruction there will give Crosby a second chance.
And she's capitalised. So 20 or so seconds left of this match for the first half. Another goal gone in. Nice solid play from Northern Ireland. Good centre pass there. Good movement down.
Oh,
Contact
sorry, that was a
called.
bit of a dramatic ooh by me. She's fine.
She's up on her feet. She's okay.
She's definitely a tough cookie.
She is. You don't play international netball and not know how to take it, you know?
Pozo will get a second chance, but unlucky.
That's unlucky.
Bit short. So the second quarter ends Northern Ireland 43, Gibraltar 9. Quite a big quarter there.
It is. I think Gibraltar scored 3 in that one. So I think that the Northern Ireland defence really came to the forte there. It capitalised on what it was doing, how it was working, and I think that Northern Ireland reaped the rewards then by getting that ball back into attack. So a hard quarter for Gibraltar, but in fairness to them, their heads didn't go down at all, even when they lost their shooter. And we'll find out later on how she is and things. But I think that it was a well-fought match so far, and the score really doesn't give it credit, I think.
No, and like we said, in the game, you can see the improvements already on the court. They've obviously had instructions from their coaches. They were really struggling in the first quarter, Gibraltar, to get that first phase out, and now it's landing a bit easier.
Yeah.
Going forward a bit more.
Yeah, most definitely.
And even when it's going to back defenders, they're getting that depth down the court on the centre pass that's coming through for it, aren't they?
Yeah. But you can see here, I mean, if you look at O'Hanlon's moving, she's got herself to the top of the circle. She's working hard, but...
And you can see the setup as well on this from the defence, can't you?
Yeah.
But just that triangle is just too good. On that, would you have wanted the goal defence to come forward maybe and the goalkeeper to pick up the feed.
On the back then, isn't it?
You get drawn into watching the replays now as well, don't
definitely.
we? O'Hanlon, again, you know, she's just been outstanding, hasn't she? She doesn't look under pressure.
No. Like I said, she's using her strength and speed to stay out of trouble. A lovely movement there. She looks back. She's confident in the reset that she's got. You see the two defenders. They've worked hard, the Northern Ireland defenders, but they're up to that line supporting and allowing that movement to be taken around.
And there's that feed again, that space that Jenna Bowman's holding. And we can't take it away from Crosby either. She's been doing some beautiful drives.
Yeah.
And when they've got that double on, it's pulling that defender off, isn't it?
Exactly. But you can see in that clip there now, Gibraltar looked up, they saw the space, saw the shooter was available and took the chances. It's unlucky the goal didn't come off the back of that, but they certainly got it down in that third where you want it. You want it in the shooting circle. And you can see they're working hard, but Northern Ireland are just keeping their eye on the ball. The movement is amazing.
Yeah, Northern Ireland have got almost a box going on there.
Yeah.
I know we've gone off it now, but a box defence, and they're just sort of stood there, and because Gibraltar has sort of stood still to meet the ball, they're coming through on it. And it's very look here, there you can see the box again.
Yeah.
And that's nice because nice by Gibraltar because both O'Hanlon and Cooper are drawn up to the front. That's the only reason that back pocket was open.
Yeah.
Whereas when that communication is better between Northern Ireland, they've covered all of those bases, haven't they? So how do you get around that?
5 players down there, not 3 or whatever. Exactly.
And it just needs more movement, doesn't it? Someone to pull through the middle. So like when when Martinez was coming through the middle as a goal shooter.
Yeah, and then they've just created that space, didn't they, by moving that around. So you can see Gibraltar have got, strong movement. It's just Northern Ireland are capitalising, but they're doing it there. They've managed to move around, but again,
court stood still.
Unlucky contact then.
Yeah,
as you say, you don't play international netball and no one knows to get up from one of those. It's all credit to Gibraltar. I really believe it. They're working very hard, and they've taken on board the learning points. The coaching team, that Pias and Ellis will be talking it through with them, and just watching over, you can see Denise Ellis talking them through exactly what she wants in the defensive circle. So it's again another strong movement going round.
So it'll be interesting now to see what input they're getting from their coaches on the bench. You can see that the Gibraltarian coaching team are very involved at the moment in terms of discussing things. You can see Sarah Pias talking to her shooters. You see Denise Ellis as normal with lots of hand signals.
Of hand movements, very, very visual coach.
Yeah.
But she's a highly experienced coach, and she'll be working alongside, obviously, Sarah Pias, and ensuring that the Gibraltarian team are really working it through properly for them. So the Northern Ireland already back up on the court, just warming themselves up for the next quarter.
Yeah, they've got all their shooters out shooting. Do you think we'll see many changes from Northern Ireland in terms of the exposure for their team?
I think they'll try and get everybody on because they want to get that level of interplay. They want to make sure that they've got quite a number of matches over the weekend. So they want to make sure that they've all had the opportunities to stretch their legs, have the exposure of international netball again, because we've been starved of the ability to undertake tournaments like this. It's meant that you really do need to have sort of the opportunities for it. So that's quite important, and I think that's why they want to try and expose as much as they can.
Yeah, so we can see
the full squad.
You can see them warming up now, so it looks like we'll see quite a few changes potentially for Northern Ireland. Interestingly, you'll notice that all the players and team officials that aren't involved at that point in time are masked up.
Yeah.
Bench officials are masked up. There's been lots of really hard work gone into this event. Janet Young has been working tirelessly with risk assessments and making sure that we are all COVID clear. Everyone has to test every day.
Yeah.
There's only certain areas that certain people are allowed in, and it's all very much done to be as safe as possible, which is really key, isn't it, actually?
Oh, it's absolutely key. In order for these events to run, the risk assessments has just been ginormous, if that's such a real word, of ensuring that it runs as safely and as COVID securely as we can to protect all the countries that are participating, as well as the host country that we've got with us. And Janet Young is a key volunteer for Europe Netball. Maggie Jackson, Megan Fay, the work they've gone into this to make sure this tournament runs is phenomenal, with Linda Dyer back at home also assisting. So Europe Netball volunteers have really maxed out their volunteer hours, that's for sure, in undertaking this. And it's got to be a safe environment. So you can see the umpires now just on court, have been asked some questions in relation to posts, etc. And both squads are beginning to sort of get themselves ready to warm back up now coming on. Just
a couple of thank yous as well. So obviously, as you can imagine, netball doesn't come cheap, and there's not as much money as we'd like, never is.
No,
but some sponsors to say thank you to Europort, Hassan's, Holiday Inn Express, Safety Solutions, Marble Arc, Saucony and Speed, GSLA and HM Government of Gibraltar. Massive thank you. Without people like that, without companies like this, these events wouldn't go ahead. And obviously Gibraltar Netball and Europe Netball, massive thanks to them and all the volunteers that work behind the scenes actually, and for no money.
For the love of the sport. This sport couldn't function without the volunteer army that sits behind every aspect of it, from whether it be from the umpires, from the appeals panels, from the UAPs that we've got with us. It's just amazing the amount of people who want to volunteer in a sport. I know that undertakes in sports all over the world in variety of different guises, but netball truly does bring people together, as you would expect. But I think that it's particularly important that we say a very big thank you to the Gibraltarian government and Gibraltar Netball for all the efforts that they put in to making this tournament such a huge success that it's going to be. And it's just great to see this venue buzzing as an international venue.
And it's so amazing to be back, isn't it? I mean, goodness, it feels like it's been forever.
Absolutely. And I think that it's a key sport in Gibraltar, and that they've been very keen to sort of have Europe Netball back here in order for it to be sort of showcased. And it's a cracking venue, so all credit to it.
We do have a couple of changes to bring you. So we thought we would see some changes. There's probably a few more than I expected, but that's absolutely fine. Give me 2 seconds. My pen is writing as fast as it can. And we will bring you those in 2 seconds. So for Northern Ireland, we see a change at goal shooter. So Jenna Bowman goes to the bench. Dervla Coleman coming on. A goal attack. Emma McGee goes to the bench. No, sorry, Kiara Crosby is already on. So no change there. Kiara Crosby stays where she is. Goal defence, Fiona goes to the bench, and Maria McCann is coming on. And goalkeeper Michelle McGee goes to the bench, and Olivia McDonald is coming on. Now, I don't think they were probably performance changes, probably more getting everybody on court. Do you?
Absolutely. I most definitely think, probably for both squads, isn't it? It's performance changes, most definitely. Get the netball legs under them, get them feeling comfortable, confident, and just back in the swing of international netball. So yeah, most definitely now they're not performance changes. They are recognition that you want to get your squads on and get your matches under the belt.
Gibraltar changes to bring you goal attack. There's a change there. We see Megan Ruiz coming on at goal attack. Centre, it's just a switch of sisters, I do believe. Janice Moreno comes on at centre. Wing defence, Claire Nunez comes on. And goal defence is now Eris Hartman, so Eris has moved to goal defence. And goalkeeper is Isabella McQuiston. So let's see what these changes bring. Let's see what this second half of netball brings us. A nice early start by Northern Ireland, starting as they finished. O'Hanlon having to go back.
She's such a strong player.
Beautiful
Lovely
hold there.
feed.
So Dervla Coleman coming on as Jenna Bowman finished, holding beautifully for that space.
She took the feed and put it into the net, so all credit. Not much nerves looking there when she shot that goal.
It's
okay,
just
so nice punch through there by O'Hanlon, so we'll see what's next.
Yeah, a shame for Gibraltar that they've lost that first centre pass. They won't be happy with that.
They're forced onto the back foot straight away. Good defending there from Gibraltar.
Just too strong on that rebound, Dervla. Coleman. Oh, it teased her.
Took your time, yeah. How many times are you going to go around?
Oh, good pressure there by Gibraltar.
So free pass for the break. Oh. The obstruction called. Gibraltar get a chance to build it up. Keep moving.
Just too good there from Neve Cooper.
Keeping the eye of the ball and the player, and that's what you want from your wing defence, is just constantly spoil. And the Northern Ireland ones are doing a great job of it. Good defending there to shut it down. Northern Ireland having to play it around, so it's good work. Keeper doing their job there. Gibraltar will be looking to keep this now. That's a stronger movement out then, isn't it, this time?
Yeah, first phase landed nicely. Second phase, still a bit of a struggle.
So reset in there, and now let's see what we can do.
A nice shot there by Chloe Ferrer. Courtney Ferrer, sorry, just renamed her. Sorry, Courtney. Oh, it didn't count.
I know, it went out.
I was too busy giving her a big tick on my piece of paper.
Good strong movement and carrying the ball down by Northern Ireland. They're taking their time.
Yeah, we see Neve Cooper doing that quite a lot, don't we? We need to. Is there any pressure that they can put on her to stop her from being that through court link?
Yeah. You say, oh, don't kick the netball, but you can't pick him up. So COVID's changed all our habits. Northern Ireland now solid as they bring it through. That's a lovely little front feed there. She'll be looking to get closer in.
Oh, fingertips.
Yeah. She didn't need to get closer in.
She's entered the game really nicely.
Yeah. Gibraltar punching through now with the attack. Nice feed, that was lovely there. So I got a bit excited then.
Yeah, she found some really good space then, Janice Moreno, didn't she?
So keep moving, Gibraltar. Keep going. That's lovely. There she's there in the front. A nice support with the reset.
Just keeping them off circle edge, aren't they?
Yeah. 3 seconds called.
Neve Cooper was just all over
Anna
Hernandez then, just keeping her away from the circle edge, and then it makes it so much harder to feed, doesn't it?
Yeah. And that pressurised feel then, it just, as you said, makes it feed. Hanlon driving to the top of the circle there in lovely position and then straight in.
McQuiston with the rebound. Hartman back to McQuiston. Contact call there against O'Hanlon. We'll give them another shot. Oh, better drive there by Anna Hernandez, getting the front cut on Cooper. Swings it over. She can't quite keep it in, but it lands back with Hernandez.
I don't know whether the attacks in the circle are moving just slightly too soon. I understand why there is movement, but that's slightly too soon, and they need to go again, isn't it, for the second phase.
Great shot there and a well-needed goal for Gibraltar.
Yeah.
And well-deserved, actually, as well.
Yeah, they worked that through then, didn't they? Strong defence in that circle. Made him play around. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's a nice. So Hernandez drew the double then, didn't she, and opened up that space for Ruiz to come through. And you can see them building. This is exciting for Gibraltar.
You can see the movement come in.
Especially considering this is the first game. This doesn't count towards the competition.
Exactly.
And they're already building. This is already teaching them so much.
Yeah.
I've said that and they've given the ball away. I'm sorry, that was commentators' curse.
Them then.
Yeah.
But they are. You can see that whatever coaching points they're receiving, you can see that they are adapting and changing.
Yeah.
So they're working hard here, so well done, Gibraltar.
And there's some real good tactical stuff coming out as well.
Yeah. So there's a penalty called there.
Lovely feed over the top.
Height's been used to great advantage there, but holding a lovely space as well. So all credit then.
Nice second phase by Ruiz.
Northern Ireland defenders are 2-on-1 at that point, making the difficult feed in.
Ferreira just caught again. They need to be almost holding off that space, don't they, if they're going to hold. Make sure they're screening rather than just stood.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful shot.
I didn't want to say anything when she shot then.
Well-deserved cheer from the crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
And McQuiston's doing a really good job, actually, of keeping Dervla Coleman at the top. And look at that ball to the top, and the defence come flying through. That's really good defence. And they've obviously talked about that beforehand on, how do you defend a holding shooter?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was going on.
In fairness, the defender tried to come out of that then, but...
Yeah, I thought she was going to wipe her out, but she did pull out, so fair play to McQuiston.
So it's penalty Northern Ireland. She sinks it.
Nice strong
movement. That's great movement, Gibraltar.
It's such a strong drive, isn't it, off the line? And Ferreira coming out to open up that other side of the court. Again, much cleverer play here by Gibraltar. It's great switch in by the Northern Irish defence.
Defended strongly there, moving around. Beautiful lean. Oh, good tip. Excellent.
Yeah, Ferreira gets another shot.
Brilliant.
Lots of communication going on in that circle. But nice, calm, collected shot again by Dervla Coleman. Oh, the arm's just too good by Niamh Cooper.
Oh, and she's there waiting.
Couldn't quite keep that one in though.
No.
So let's see if Gibraltar
can. Chances and did the shot. Says me, non-shooter. Easy for a non-shooter to say.
It's an interesting debate though, isn't it? At what point in time do you say you're a shooter, make sure you shoot? And at what point in time do you go for the high percentage shots? Good patience on the ball,
Gibraltar,
but we need something else to come through.
They're trying and coming through there. But Northern Ireland defence is extremely strong. Everybody's working hard in Northern Ireland to come back, aren't they?
Ruiz has impressed me on her entry into the game at goal attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
lovely movement.
I even clapped that one.
Yeah.
That was a great feed
it's
by
great
Mendes.
movement there, isn't it? Oh,
could see her throw her head back.
Yeah. Good take. O'Hanlon just dominating. Beautiful play.
When she drives through the court, she flies, but with grace. She doesn't look rushed ever.
And it looks effortless.
Yeah. Fangirling over here. Oh, good pressure there by Gibraltar, forcing a breaking call.
They've had a good few of them, haven't they, in this actually? So they're putting pressure on the centre pass for Northern Ireland. So it's just unlucky there that they couldn't get that out. And Northern Ireland are definitely capitalising on it. So Gibraltar looking to build it back up again.
Oh, just a miscommunication.
Yeah. But they're working hard. Arms up over the ball. Everybody's working hard to get that ball back now. Northern Ireland are punching through that central channel then. Hanlon doing the drive.
Oh,
I know. What did you say?
just no words.
I know.
Jump in the air, little pop over the top.
Yeah.
But it's all right because they're human, because they didn't quite make the last one connect.
Exactly.
There's hope for us yet, Kath. Great pressure there by McQuiston.
Yeah.
And it must be quite a daunting thing coming into your captain's shoes at half time. I think McQuiston's done a really good job coming on.
I think she's done a great job. She's steadied it. You know, the shots have been going in, and some of the shots have been really well placed. Gibraltar bench stirring their colleagues on here. This has been a strong third quarter for them. You know, like I said, the score, don't look at the score, it's actually the type of play. And they've capitalised there, and the shooters put that one away. It was brilliant. Lovely movement to the top.
Oh, great defence there. Just getting a hand in, disrupting play.
The screen's on there, you can see it. But well done.
McQuiston at the back.
That around then. And excellent defending. They deserve that ball then.
Well read by O'Hanlon, but can't quite keep it in.
You need to punch through those ones.
Yeah, you saw the first movement was that back drive, and then the second movement was in the forward, and actually what you needed was that third movement, and she didn't get the third movement, did she? No. So it was kind of a send the ball and pray.
The spirits aren't dampened by the crowd here supporting Gibraltar in particular, and they're enjoying seeing netball back on the court.
Yeah, and the girls were so keen to play as well.
Exactly.
I've spoken to a couple of them, and I said, how are you feeling? And they just said, really excited to be here, to be back in this position where we can play.
Yeah, most definitely. So we've got it again. Northern Ireland taking it down the side channel, and they'll be looking to do the feed in. So Caroline will look in now. Is contact called?
I think it's a caution. Potentially for obstruction against Marino. She's been called for obstruction a few times, but I couldn't quite hear, so don't quote me on it. Nice.
That's the way.
Oh, beautifully weighted pass.
Those two playing very well together in that movement down, aren't they? That's unlucky. Nice movement.
It's a fine line, isn't it, between that playing with real speed and flair, and then just sometimes going a little bit over the edge, like you see Northern Ireland bring it down beautifully, and then a couple of balls are just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It's sometimes quite hard to judge when to pause.
Yeah.
And when to keep sending it. Great defence there by Marino. She forced that. And you can see the nerves by McQuiston to send that ball over, because the Northern Ireland players have been flying on everything.
Yeah. Just coming in for those flying interceptions, isn't it? And makes you think twice before you channel it down there.
You almost need the Gibraltarian team to get ahead of the play and then be playing towards to kind of take that fly out of the equation, don't you, rather than playing away.
So we'll come into the end of the third quarter. Let's see if Gibraltar can get there. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, just
if they can capitalise and get there, a goal off their centre pass then.
Certainly putting the pressure on to try and get it back.
Most definitely. Those shooters are having to work for that ball. Good defence.
Oh,
keepers everywhere.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's doing a really good job, McQuiston. But as we've seen, Derva Coleman doesn't need a second chance.
Exactly.
So we finished the third quarter with Gibraltar 13, Northern Ireland 59. If you want to get in touch with us, please do hashtag Europe Netball Open 2021. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We've obviously got another game coming up after this today, so do not go anywhere. Make sure you stay in touch. So going into the fourth quarter now, it's obviously, without sounding harsh, it's not going to change scoreline wise. There's not going to be a turn in win. But what are you looking for moving forwards if you're the coach now, the Northern Ireland coach? So Elaine Rice.
I think that Elaine will be looking to make sure that everybody gets a fair amount of time on court, get their international match legs under them, so to speak, in this ranking match, and also just look at the combinations. So she's going to take the opportunity, if she can, to do some different changes, potentially, just to see how it works. Maybe rest some key players, just to ensure that everybody, like I say, everybody gets on, but also that they know that they've got 2 other matches after this. I think that the movement that they've got and strength and depth has shown some quality netball even in the third quarter. So it's going to be interesting to see, if changes are made. But I would expect them to get everybody on. And looking at who's warming up and what's going on over on the bench, I think there will be a little tweaking. That'll be my famous last words now, probably. But
and what about for Gibraltar? I mean, again, we can see their coaches giving them some real good input, but I thought that there was some really good improvements, especially in their attack end in that quarter, in terms of first, second, third phase on the centre pass, getting more depth, quick releases.
Yeah, and you can see that they're working through resetting, maintaining calmness and professionalism in the way that they wanted to play. It's been a good match for them. I think that it's a good test of their fitness, making sure that they can play all through the 4 quarters. It'll be interesting to see now how both teams can play right to the very final whistle. I think Gibraltar will also be looking at combinations as they go into the tournament proper. So this will give them their coaches opportunities to see what works and what against what particular kinds of defence and attack methodologies against them. So this has been a really good and strong match for Gibraltar, I think, because they've given their very level best. The scoreline is not irrelevant. The scoreline, though, it doesn't define the game, and I think that's what's important to take from this particular match. That both teams have had opportunity to get themselves back into international match play.
Absolutely.
That's vitally important, and sort of international match play conditions as well.
And as we said before, these are ranking matches, so Northern Ireland are here as an invitational guest. They're playing in 3 ranking matches, so they go towards their world ranking points. So that's outside of this competition. Gibraltar's actual first game in the competition is Switzerland tomorrow at 9 o'clock. That's the time here in Gibraltar. Don't forget that after this game we also have Malta versus the Isle of Man coming up for you at 3:30. So if you are with us now, do not go anywhere. You can see on your screen now the games that we have across the tournament all the way through till Sunday. So I hope if you've got kids, you've booked your babysitter. If you've got a job, I hope you've taken time off work. If you've got a dog, it's walking itself.
Exactly.
You need to be here watching the netball. In fact, there's a couple of half an hours in there. You can take the dog out, you're fine.
Yeah, there's enough netball there for all the netball geeks in the world to make sure they have a really good weekend of it.
And make sure you let us know your thoughts as well. We would absolutely love to hear from you. # Europe Netball Open 2021. We would love to know what you think. Big shout out to Netball France, who we know are watching, and Bethany Lord, who says she's quite excited about the potential of joining this competition in the very near future, and we really hope that is the case. Back on court now.
So back on it, and straight in the net. Lovely play there from the shooter. So Gibraltar need to keep their centre now, steady their nerves, and that's been achieved. Off they go.
There are a couple of changes on the court, and we will get them to you as soon as we find them out.
Northern Ireland defensive hands everywhere there, working hard to bring it back, but they were held to 3 seconds, so that is in the circle. Umpire rightly bringing them forward, and it's a free pass. Keeper again spoiling the drive forward, so making sure that it's in there, but they've got the penalty. Contact called, so penalty on court for Northern Ireland.
Unlucky there by Ferrer.
Yeah. So now punching through there
McGee is back on court for Northern Ireland. We did wonder whether she would be reintroduced back into the game.
Yeah.
Quite an experienced player, McGee. Played in the Super League this season. Oh, great defence by McQuiston.
I know. She's working hard. Keeper really doing her job. Then you can see they're not letting it go, but need to keep the eye now on the shooter, who's holding a lovely space under the post now. The offer is on, should it be required. But cool head there by the attack.
And that'll be nice and settling for McGee to get that first shot in.
So off we go again. Driving forward. Lovely positioning there by the centre. Great angles and work by Gibraltar there. And again, keeping the eye on the ball, potentially coming out. So Gibraltar will now look to reset that, but you can see Northern Ireland defence are working hard to spoil the party. The ball's found its way in, and a lovely goal for Gibraltar. They held their centre then, which was great. And they settled in lovely to the last quarter.
So just to bring you up to date with the changes for the Gibraltarian team, Claire Nunez has come on at wing attack. Joelle Moreno has gone back to centre. And we have Gillingwater having come on at wing defence.
So quite a few changes there, which we anticipated. They'd be looking for lots of combinations to try out and get everybody's international legs well and truly under them, I think. But Gibraltar are working hard here. Their movement is great, and the angles that they're working in the circle. And again, they've got that centre and held their own again, which is good. It's Northern Ireland looking. Strong feed down.
Just to bring you up to date as well with the Northern Ireland
Good
changes.
hands. Yep.
McCafferty comes on at centre. McGee has gone to goal attack, as we mentioned before, and Fee Toner has gone to wing defence.
So as we thought could happen, Northern Ireland again has ensured that they've got quite a few changes there just to bring everybody on, get them relaxed into the match play, and switch things up in the centre court as well, to give McCafferty the opportunity to play in that position as well.
And I think we missed as well from the last one, Frances Keenan is on our wing attack. Just in case I didn't mention that, I'm not 100% sure that I did, but if I didn't, I'm very sorry. She is on our wing attack. Oh, beautiful long ball. And those, when they're on, are really nice, aren't they, to get depth. But it's really important that the shooters at the back are protecting that space, isn't it?
Yeah. You can see it, nice strong movement in there.
It's good to see McCafferty on at centre as well, isn't it? To see a different centre. I mean, we talked, and I'm sure everybody will agree about the strengths of O'Hanlon, but every squad needs a plan, a plan B, or actually a development plan in terms of what comes after.
Oh, most definitely. And I think that it would have been a miss to have not made the changes to allow that fluidity to go through, and the teams adjusted quite well to it. But as you quite rightly said, you could literally watch Caroline O'Hanlon playing all day. It's poetry in netball motion,
Ooh. Strong challenge there.
Gibraltar get the penalty for that. And now we're moving down.
Oh,
nice
arms.
hands, yeah. Gibraltar come out strong in this quarter and really are taking the game to Northern Ireland.
That's a clever feed there to Ferreira. A really strong defence by Olivia MacDonald.
Good work around the circle. Rewarded them with the penalty.
She gets a second shot.
Yeah, shooter needs to stay still. Something on the court.
Oh, good tussle there by Hartman.
Yeah, it's always important for the shooters to go in for the rebounds, whatever, isn't it? So, all credit to her. So, McCafferty, they're pushing through into the centre.
Oh, unlucky.
Defence.
Moreno thought she had that. She was ready.
She's ready to go.
She's another one that just doesn't stop. So fit.
Yeah.
Nice, clever pop.
Hands and very fast hands. Looks like they've played together before.
I think they might have done.
So Gibraltar, they're giving each other options. This is good play. And the lovely movement there.
Yeah, much more direct.
That's unlucky.
Well, the pressure over the shot by Hartman at the back is really good, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't underestimate the the defenders are doing in there to spoil that.
Oh, look at that. Didn't even land. Straight back in. It's a good job Courtney Ferreira is ready.
It's good effort there, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's a contact there against Ruiz. I'll just have to look at tidying that up for the next game, won't they? There's been quite a few almost unforced errors, but to be oh, goodness gracious me.
I know. Gibraltar really taking the match to them, aren't they?
That was great by Gillingwater at the back.
Beautiful feed down there, and take your time. Oh, unlucky.
Oh, come on. It's got to go in. You've got to get it, because that fly is totally worth a goal.
Yeah. Oh.
She's going to have to do it again.
Yeah.
You have to do it again.
Third time now, please.
Let's see again, please.
Yeah.
Action replay.
Come on. Oh.
You thought it was that then,
I
didn't you? You thought it was that.
Willing it. Well, look at that play there from Northern Ireland. It was lovely.
Oh, through the legs.
That was unlucky. But
Dervla Coleman gets it back.
Yeah. Northern Ireland are just capitalising every opportunity they get now to sink those goals.
And that's what they need to do, isn't it? Because, actually it is important for them. Performance is really important. We're a year out from Com Games, and then, it's almost like these couple of years haven't existed.
Exactly.
On a 4-year cycle, they're looking at 2 years prep for the Netball World Cup, and that's it.
Well, that's right. These teams have sort of suffered financially as well, because obviously the incomes have come down because people aren't paying their affiliations, and so that has an impact on so many things and so many fronts. But in order to be able to play these levels of matches, it costs money to do it. So to get out there now and to get these under their belt, to give themselves a realistic chance of qualifying for the Com Games is so important, particularly as the games this year are going to be in Birmingham. Well, next year will be Birmingham. We want as many of the European countries at those games as possibly can. And we want everybody to come and support, please.
No pressure. Kath tells you you've got to be there.
Yeah. But the netball, looking at the previous Com Games and the way that England dominated and had that fantastic goal, we're anticipating it'll be a sellout tournament. And there's no reason to suggest that won't happen after what went on in the World Cup in Liverpool.
Great turnover there for Gibraltar. A beautiful rebound from McQuiston.
Gibraltar are really coming up to this match, aren't they?
And starting to really drive forward as well. We've seen some really meeting the ball there, and that's going to have been that input, isn't it, at quarter times?
Most definitely. I think what's important is that the learning points from this match will be carried through the entire tournament for them. So I think this has been time extremely well spent.
Absolutely. Marino not giving that ball up for anyone.
No. Marine defence doing a great job there, though, dominating as much as they can. Just spoiling. Oh,
unlucky by Ruiz.
But they're not making it easy. They know that I love to punch through.
Oh, Dervla Coleman just popping out the front of that double. Yeah. Timing was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah. she's demonstrating there what we saw a little bit off in the earlier quarters with Gibraltar. As you said, timing is the key, isn't it? So just knowing when to do that step out.
Just a fumble there from Marino gives Northern Ireland a chance to bring another ball through the court.
Northern Ireland taking their time. Good spoil by Gibraltar.
Yeah, getting water just deemed to be a little bit too close, but
yeah, she nearly got it then.
Great pressure by McQuiston, and they get
the reward then.
Yeah, absolutely. Good change of direction.
Back on her feet then. Oh, that's nice play. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I like
that was. She held us. She picked up the player running in, held the screen, turned, just ran out of court. But they're the things that, we're seeing now, and we're like, gosh, this is the first game. We've seen the progression in the first game, and they're the kind of things that they're not going to work maybe right at the beginning, but, 2 games in, 3 games in, they pull them off. They're going to be really hard to beat.
I think so. I think they're going to be extremely strong challengers in the tournament. The work they've put in here has been consistent and very, very strong. So they're just going to wipe the courts down now.
Yeah, you can't underestimate the lack of time that they've had in prep across all the teams. And so I think what we'll see in this tournament is every single team improving game on game. So you get a game like this under your belt to start off with, you're already an advantage because you're going to have had that experience.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might argue whether they'll be a bit more tired, but as long as you've got the fitness, and let's face it, if we know the Gibraltar of the past, they are very, very fit ladies.
They are. They're fit and dogged and determined. So, reset ball. Nice spin off there, but didn't see it. Here we go, shooter. See if she can get. Nope. Oh.
Good rebound at the back by Hartman, though.
Working hard now in attack.
Nice
swing.
Nice
movement. And the sweep around. Height being used really well in the defensive element there.
Yeah, they need to try and make them a bit more flat end, don't they?
Yeah.
That's a really good defence there by Northern Ireland.
And get rewarded then with the ability to get back down the court.
So we've got just over a minute left. Score is currently 16-70. See if Northern Ireland can get one more.
They'll be working hard together down there now. And they're confident in their passes as they're going across court as well. A good defender from Gibraltar. They spoiled on that feed in right to the end of the match. And we wanted to see, as we said, in the run-up to the last quarter now, we wanted to see both teams play into the final whistle and showing their strength and fitness. I think they're doing that. Nobody is visibly flagging. They're working hard, aren't they?
24 seconds for them to get it through the court.
So the crowd's willing the ball down now for Gibraltar. Oh, good movement through.
Just
great idea.
Yeah, just too tall at the back. Olivia McDonald being able to get a hand round to it.
Strong defending.
That's great defence at the end there by Northern Ireland.
All the way to the final whistle.
So the final score is 70 goals to Northern Ireland and 16 goals to Gibraltar. Do you think the teams will be happy with that so far?
I genuinely think that both teams will be pleased with their performances. And the coaches have got things that they want to work on from both elements. I think that it's a good, solid performance for Gibraltar in building up to the rest of the tournament. And it's lovely to see Northern Ireland stretch their legs out and get their, I've said it a number of times in this match, but their international legs under them. So these are important matches for both teams for a variety of different reasons that we've discussed during the course of this match. But I think that you can see from the the way that the both squads have gone back to their benches. They're both looking very positive.
I'm going to put you on the spot a bit here, Kath. If you were to pick a player for Gibraltar, who would it be out of that performance?
Oh, you nasty thing.
Or maybe I'll save that one and ask you next time. I mean, there were great performances across the board. I thought Ruiz came on and did a great job.
She did do a really good job. I was just looking at them. I think Joelle Marino in the centre, for me, she just worked her socks off all the way through. And what was quite challenging circumstances on occasion to get that centre pass out, but she kept her cool head.
Absolutely. And then for Northern Ireland?
For me, for Northern Ireland, I'm going to pick O'Hanlon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just too nice to watch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I agree. I was also massively impressed by Dervla Coleman's entry to the game. I thought she bought, just as much as Jenna Bowman had to start off with, and was just nice and composed, especially popping forward, sometimes on that double and coming forward. Got a few replays for you now. Just to remind you, we have another game after this. We have Malta versus the Isle of Man. So that's the first game in the open competition. So make sure you do not go anywhere. Make sure you are there for that. That is the last game today. And then we also have games tomorrow. We will have any minute a captain's interview. So stay with us. We will have the lovely Caroline O'Hanlon and hopefully Bryony Ravigno with us any minute now.
Yep, it's Caroline coming over. So the captain's interviews will just be sorting out shortly for you to hear from them, and for them to talk a little bit about the sort of international stage being back alive again for the sport, which is great. I've just seen some replays here while the and Gibraltar working their hardest to get to the end to ensure they try and get the shots in.
It's a pleasure to watch you through the court. But coming here and playing against Gibraltar, pleased with that performance?
Bits and pieces. We're really grateful to Gibraltar and Netball Europe for allowing us this opportunity. Competitive opportunities for us have been few and far between, and obviously with COVID it's been really difficult. We have our sights set on the Commonwealth Games next year, so these opportunities are great, and we've loads to work on. It was a really tough match out there. The score didn't probably reflect how tough a battle it was, and Gibraltar really put it up to us and asked us plenty of questions. So yeah, look, we're pleased with the results and some really good performances, some new caps, but we've plenty to work on, so yeah.
Yeah, we were saying it looked like there's some young players out there. We were quite impressed by Dervla Coleman coming on and Jenna Bowman.
Yeah.
Both doing some great shooting for you on that court.
Yeah, absolutely. They're young players coming through and they haven't had the opportunities yet, so this is really important, as I say. And they stepped up today, so we'll see what tomorrow brings.
And good to have Elaine Rice back.
Absolutely, yeah, we're delighted. She's familiar with the group, but we've a mix there, so yeah, there's plenty to still to work on.
Fabulous. Well, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you in your next game.
Thank you.
Game. I know that doesn't count towards the competition, but it's more of a ranking match. But how did it feel to be back on court?
To be completely honest, it's actually the first time we play together as a team. Due to individuals being at uni, COVID, and it actually feels good to be playing back together.
We were saying on commentary that you could see your improvement from the first quarter to the end quarter, little tweaks all the way through, and if you make that improvement in one game, what's it going to be like by the end?
I know, let's hope so. It can only get better, but obviously we had a target. We know the real in the world, we can't compete with that, but obviously you stick to your target, you stick to your game plans, And it's just like getting all the new players in and giving them that sense of like, yes, I can do this, supported by the older ones as well. So hopefully we can only get better as the tournament progresses.
Some new players coming on. We saw McQuiston replacing your goalkeeper. Are you a bit nervous on the bench in the second half?
To be honest, it's their time to shine, I think. They've been working really, really hard, and she's only 18 years old, so she's got her future ahead of her.
Well, really well played today. We're very excited to see you in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.